Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Green Life Garden Home DIY channel. So I know I told you guys I probably wouldn't be bringing any more garden updates, but I am going to just go ahead and walk through because we have had a whole bunch going on since the last one. I'm starting right here with the potatoes. These are sweet potatoes that I planted, and they are doing really good. As you can see, those vines are running all on the ground, and I have some on the other side of the home that is also doing well. This was the strawberry patch that I used for not only strawberries but the radishes as well. As you can see, I went ahead and pulled the radishes up, and the strawberries have runners going, and I'm going to let them run. I know that it takes away from the energy of the plant and keeps it from actually producing strawberries, but I would prefer to have more strawberry plants at this point. Um, the blueberries did put on a few. The issue with this that I'm finding out, if you're going to buy a blueberry bush, make sure you buy two and not just one, and that's going to help with blueberry production as far as I have researched and found. So I've had something eating the leaves on these blueberry bushes this year too, and I did look it up, and it mentioned something concerning it's some type of a bee that actually will eat your leaves. So anyway, my carrots are still coming up good. As you can see, this is where I planted the potatoes as well. They are really shooting up there. Hopefully we'll get a really good crop out of those. I'm going to slide back here for a minute. You can see my Moringa tree here branching out, and it is doing very good. And there's the other one, and the biggest one is behind me, and I've got them sitting on the side of my trellising squash that I brought to you guys using the no digging method way of planting, and they are doing good. I have eaten off of this plant, and I've got more squash that are starting to come on. My grapevine is trellising across that black wrought iron little fence there that I created out of I think a bunk bed frame. And I'm gonna slide on around here. I've got my peach tree that is steady trying to grow, and I have some mushrooms here that are coming on. They grow really really fast, and then they dwindle down. They shoot out this umbrella looking top, and they
Which
dwindle
is
down.
so cute.
They dwindle down to nothing after that. So anyway, I heard that was a sign of good soil. I don't know, I need to go and look that up. I've got my Roma tomatoes that are doing really good in there and coming on really good. My brandy wines, I've already had some fried green tomatoes off of this one. It is doing exceptionally well. And so are my cherry tomatoes. This one is loaded, and I have several more. It kind of turn here. I had to end up planting because I thought I was gonna be able to get rid of them in the plant sale. I was digging them up out of my patch, my no dig patch that I put down, the beets that didn't go so well this year, and so did I have to go ahead and plant this cucumber plant, which I'm glad I did, and I have eaten off of it multiple times.
And
So,
made some pickling
yeah,
cucumbers.
made some pickles. Yeah.
Pickles.
Yeah, so
That makes
these,
taste
you
so like
guys,
pickles.
believe it or not, are papayas. I've got several more that I need to plant, a lot more that I need to plant. And I'm going to see how the papayas do. They tend to grow very fast, so I'm going to see where that takes us. This is my eggplant, the Japanese eggplant, the long one. It's not doing anything right now, but you can see that I do have some on the Black Beauty that's coming in. And I did plant this one last. Little bug there. Look at this leaf. That is like, oh my goodness. This is the red okra, and I've harvested some off of it. It's doing good, and I've got another one here planted. But these leaves, y'all, are like, whoa. This camera isn't doing it any justice. And then there's the rest of the okra there. Alright, just kind of spinning on around on the other side. The cabbages, I was told to put BT on it, which is something to help with pests, because I've had issues with worms this year. I did try the mint. It worked for a while, but we had so much rain that we weren't able to keep it up. So anyway, I just kind of let that go. I've got some sorrel trees or plants over here that I actually have in the ground, and they are doing wonderful. They're getting really big. This is the rocket tomato, and it is doing great right now. Everything could use some water, but look, we got tomatoes. I haven't had anything to actually turn red yet that I, can harvest, but they're steady coming on, and we've got tomatoes. It's a pretty nice sized plant. All right, I got my loofah plant here. It is doing great this year too. I've already got some loofahs on here. And loofah, you can go look it up. It's a type of squash. If you catch them young like it is at that point, you can eat it. But I don't grow them for eating. I grow them for making bath sponges. So I've got several more loofahs planted down here. I actually had them set and prepared for sale, but I did not really get off to a good start on some of the things I wanted to sell. Please don't hit my knee with that. That would hurt so bad. All right, so we're over here. I've got squash on a trellis, and it's putting out, and it's going up a bamboo stick. And I came out here and I harvested quite a bit of mint today because we've been trying to stay healthy and
Get my throat cleared.
Yep. So somebody got wet, and I think that's what created our issue. Look at our watermelon, you guys. This isn't doing it much justice, but that thing is pretty big. I've got one actually sitting inside there. I didn't even know this one was here. And it's pretty nice size. And we knew we had those. So we've got watermelons that are still popping up everywhere we look. Got some rosemary over there and basil. And so we've got cucumbers here that, again, extra ones that I had to go ahead and plant. I am going to harvest those onions too. I went ahead and took down the acorn squash, and I'm going to plant something else there. The peas, they are done, and I'm going to probably end up planting some more stuff along this line on this particular system.
But we did have a good harvest of peas.
Yes, we did. I've got some callaloo I'm going to let continue to grow there. I told you guys that is a very good alternative for spinach. This is a strawberry spinach that did not come up like I thought it would. I don't know if it's just not hot enough yet for it, but we'll see. I've got some squash over here that is trellising. There's one that I've got to actually come out and harvest. Move your fingers, always look twice. I harvested basil. This is our purple basil I harvested yesterday, and it's taking right back off. This thing I've harvested, it is loaded. As always, I need to come back and do another harvest on it.
But don't touch and put it. Don't put it in your eye once you add that
so
pepper on
this is the kohlrabi. It's starting to form an actual little kohlrabi in there. And let me turn on around. This is my little area where I store things, but I did want to show you my stevia plant is doing great. They encourage you to start those plants inside, but I did end up having to start over, and that is where we're at right now. And I just didn't let it get all of the rain that it got. I think that was what beat it down the last time. You can see peppers hanging everywhere on here, and I've got some that are actually starting to turn. I've harvested all of the jalapenos yesterday, and I went ahead and I pickled those versus canning them like I showed you in the last video I put up about peppers. These cucumber plants are making a comeback, and they did so good. Let me see, because I actually was going to pull them up because they looked like they were dying, and just thought, well, let me just give it a little bit of time, and I did, and sure enough, I've harvested several more cucumbers off of there, And right now it looks like it needs some water that I believe is about to come. So let me go ahead and slide on over to the other side and show you what we've got going on. Okay, so I'm on the other side,
of the garden.
and this is the corn patch. It is doing really good. I took and hand pollinated most of these. I need to go in and make sure I pollinate all, but they are doing really good. I could tell they're not going to be as small, the ones that I pollinated, as the ones that I picked before. Along this line I've got more sorrel because I really love those sorrel drinks that I make. I want to make sure I have plenty of it. I've got pumpkin that was growing back over in here. You can see that yellow in the ground, but I've got one that is up this tree here that I'm going to just let continue to go. That is a callaloo that just kind of took off by itself. I'll most likely just get the seeds out of it. While I'm standing here, there's a melon down in there, and a cantaloupe actually, and it's a part of the kiddie pool system set up. That and the pumpkin is in the same thing. There's the potatoes, you guys, that I planted on this side. If you can remember, they're doing great. And that's pretty much it. I am going to be planting something else here where I had all of my zucchini. They went crazy with all of that water and wind. It just kind of really did them in, but we had a really good harvest off of those zucchinis and enjoyed them. I've got my ginger, turmeric over here, and grapes and things of that nature. So everything is doing what it's supposed to do. And we're going to keep doing what we're supposed to do, keeping it fed, keeping it watered. And you guys, we're going to see you on the next video.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please, 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 tell me in the comments how your plants are doing. Bye. One love.